Another day in the crypto market, and you get to see XRP futures contract is being filed under CFTC. So from being a security towards being a commodity is huge. Then you look at Bitcoin in itself, and the balance of Bitcoin on exchanges are going down, and it's at an all-time low. That does mean something for the supply and demand. And if you do look at different assets inside the crypto ecosystem, you get to see some of them, they are expanding their network, the fundamentals, they have a working product. You have to keep an eye on those projects. While this comes in, it's going to be a blow off. Welcome to the scientific investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. If you do look at Bitcoin, it is in fact showing you there is signals that the microwave structure is still playing out. If you are focusing on the price action, yes, it is below the daily moving average. However, it is trying to make a breakout pattern through that. So a continuation from there is going to lead you towards $70,000. Now, if you understand the market you're looking at, the altcoin segment, and it is showing you almost exactly the same pattern. So if Bitcoin is about to ride higher, you will watch altcoins do the same. Then you come on to Ether, you zoom in and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is giving an entirely different narrative. So what does that actually mean for us? While all of these bullish news comes out, what does that mean? See, if you're here from 2021, 2022, while we were getting hammered with the rates going up, with the CPI going up, now you understand when the CPI goes lower, the rate goes lower, what should you expect? The exact opposite. But there is a key difference. The first rate hike and the first rate cut gives the massive directional change. So the first rate hike gave the big drop from the top. Now, if September is the first rate cut from the Fed, that means the first big candle for a lot of different altcoins, because Bitcoin has been already going up, massively responding to the macroeconomic situations. So here we are looking at the total altcoin market and arguing, okay, we came back to the monthly moving average. Historically speaking, when you do bounce off from that particular level, the price action goes nuts. Now, you want to take that into XRP. You want to actually see the macro chart for XRP. Now, in that macro chart, it shows you multiple times the price went below this trend line. But then someone immediately came in to buy those. Now, look at that pattern itself. You actually have 1, 2, 3 structure here before you went up. Now you're forming a similar structure here. That is bullish in itself. So if we are to do something like this here, that means you would most likely see somewhat something like this. XRP going above $1. We are repeating this 1.2 to 1.5. So when the price does reach there, don't say no one informed you. The measured moves for XRP remains the same. Whether you are a short-term trader or a medium-term trader or a long-term trader, you do have your measured moves. One is 73% from the breakout. Two is 100% after the breakout. Now, if you're a Wyckoff trader looking at the macro scenario, you're arguing that this pattern has been broken to the upside. You've been consolidating ever since. Now your continuation pattern is from this. So this is your wave 1. You're going to put that into the wave 2. So XRP about to take off in that sense. Now you come back on a monthly chart. You are like, okay, I'm going macro. what do you see? You still have the exact same pattern. You're not trending lower. You went up, trending higher. Now you're consolidating here. You had the spring event with a massive monthly candle after a long period of time. So each time you see those candles, you can understand the directionality. And when the actual blast starts, it's just 2 or 3 candles and it's done. So the level of patience you need to get to that candle is huge. And that's the hard part. Because when you do come in to the crypto market and you go on the macro, say Ether. On a micro, you are looking for a drop. Okay, cool. Then you go on a macro. You're moving on to a weekly. And the price action argues that lower prices has been rejected once. You're starting to form an engulfing candle on a weekly. Yeah, you have few days more for that candle to close and give you a confirmation. But that idea is that it can be a fake out. And if it does become a fake out, then we know historically what happens after a fake out. You go up, break the resistance, retest, and bounce. So that means if you do go up, break that, retest that, you're going to bounce towards $5,000, $6,000 Ether. Now, let's say we are so negative about the market. At that point, you're arguing, yeah, it may not go to 10,000, but I'm looking at a $6,000 Ether. That's your point. You're saying that resistance is going to sustain there. The price is going to bounce from this trend line and it's going to reach 6,000 to 6,500. You're not talking about the 8,000, 10,000 if you're super negative about this market. So think about it. While you're negative about the market, if you're still saying the price is about to double, then if you're optimistic or at least positive on the market, you're talking about $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 Ether. That's a big number. Now, you do look at other payment assets, structure remains the same. The reversal signals remains the same on a weekly. So you ride on, you look at the 3-day chart, you get to see a bullish hammer sustaining. You get to see a follow through to the upside. Now we are above the moving average. So the double bottom is forming. A 3-wave structure is what we are expecting. At that time, you do get to see a lot of other crypto assets starting to turn. Look at last 1 week. You get to see some of them doing 55% to the upside, some of them doing 30% to the upside. See, we had calls on almost all of these. If you go look at the scientific investor family with the 1,200 plus members, you already understand the fact that the market is showing you opportunities. We were on it before it started riding. Say, look at H&T. It is up 55% for the week. Our thought process was, watch for a breakout. You're going to go up to this target. And that was posted kind of a month back. So you had time to prepare yourself and then enter into it. Right now, you're going towards your target. You're 7.28 right now. The call was made at 3.78. The target itself is 8.9. So when you're in the SI family, you get to see these before the majority even think about it. If you want to join, use the link in the description below and reach me. Now, before we close this video, I would like to give you a small thought process. Bitcoin is showing you I would like to go higher on a daily. Bitcoin is showing you I'm pushing higher on a 3-day. Bitcoin is showing you I have a divergence on a 3-day. A lot of other altcoins are starting to show you bullish divergence. The weekly chart of Bitcoin is showing you a bullish hammer and a follow through, which can be a morning star. And if that is so, yeah, you're literally talking about 90,000 plus. If that 50% move is coming in Bitcoin, a lot of the other crypto assets showing you massive bullish divergence is going to blow through. One of them, yeah, it's payments, it's XLM. Now that's a large cap. There is a lot of them which are medium cap, which are small cap, showing you the exact same or even bigger bullish divergence. And that's why I say when we go through and post all of these, whether it's Velo, Ban, Woo, IMX, Rune, you go through the long list, which we do follow through and give you the right update at the right time. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of these assets now starting to show you bullish divergence. While the market remains negative, the market sentiment, the majority is negative. This is what you can actually see inside. While you're in the land of candlesticks, understanding their language, this is the message being conveyed. Use that for your advantage. So guys, if you receive value, smash that like button. And if you want to join these calls at the right time, join the Scientific Investor family. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.